Would having a European Tour caddy lower your scores as a club golfer? Would it? What do you think about that? Now, as you know, I used to caddy on the European Tour for around 4 years, so I've had experience of caddying in scenarios with groups with fantastic players and caddying for fantastic players. These are the things a European Tour caddy would be telling you on each and every shot, and you have to use these to help you lower your scores. I think they could help any golfer lower their scores. Now, two things I want to cover before we look at actually how a caddy would help you play the right shot. And if you think about this video as stuff you can integrate into your game with a little imaginary caddy on your shoulder. So number one, I think the biggest thing is keeping your clubs clean, okay? How many club golfers, I go into their bag and they look like this, full of mud. Your tools can't look like that. I think of you. Many of you are tradesmen, right? You wouldn't keep your tools you do your job for dirty. Maybe you would. Hopefully you wouldn't. You get what I'm trying to say. If you have dirty tools, it's going to make your job a lot harder. So for example, if you're trying to spin a wedge, it's full of dirt, it's going to be harder. If you're going to try to hit a 5-iron with dirt on it, it's going to be harder. So it's really important you get this nailed down as point number one. Let's make your tools clean. Okay, so the second thing before we get into the shot is I want you to think about a caddy is there as a sounding board. He's there as a person to keep you calm. Now, obviously, we can't have a caddy, but what we can do is talk to our playing partners. In between shots, as we're walking down the fairway, talk to your playing partners. And as soon as you get within 15 yards of your ball, switch it off, think about your shot. So having that sort of difference of talking to somebody can help really relax you. Think of it, Tommy Fleetwood, all your top players, Jordan Spieth, even Justin Thomas, even if you look at Rory McIlroy, they have some of their best friends on the back. Now, that is not only because obviously they got good golfing knowledge, but also because they're a sounding board to keep them calm out on the golf course. And we all feel pressure, no matter if that's winning our monthly medal, winning Captain's Day, or trying to hole a putt to win the Ryder Cup. You get what I mean? So they're two key points. Let's now get into the shot about exactly how a caddy and what you should actually apply into your game to help you lower your scores. Now, most of us may have a watch, like I got my Golf Buddy watch, or a laser. So I'm going to laser the flag here and get a yardage. So what a caddy will do for you now is help you decide on your shot. And what makes that up is the yardage, the wind direction, and managing risk. And that managing risk level will change from shot to shot and change from round to round depending on how the player or you are feeling. So, I forgot the yardage, I need to get that again. Terrible memory. 189. So we've got our yardage. That's the first thing done. The next thing we've got to do to help us build up this picture of the shot is look at the lie. Well, we've smashed the fairway here, so we don't have to worry about that one. Okay, so now we're going to take the wind into account, and I would work through this way. This is what I did when I was caddying. Get the arm up, pointing in the direction in which we're going to hit it. We're then going to throw the grass up into the air. So you can see the wind is coming downwind on a slight angle, and that's really important because that's going to really impact the ball flight. So 189 downwind. So before we even actually choose the club now, let's think and picture what we've got up by the green. So we can use our watch to see what's up by the green. I know I've got a bunker left, a bunker right, and that flag is actually quite accessible. Now, with it being a longer shot, obviously that risk level's going up a little bit. So what I'm going to tell myself right now is we're going to aim away from that flag towards the middle of the green to manage that risk away from the bunkers. Okay, this is a second shot into a par 5, so we can be a little bit more aggressive potentially if this was a long par 4. However, it's better to be on the green than chipping or putting. Agreed? So the process goes, you're lasering it, you're looking at the lie, you're taking into account the wind, you're looking at the risk around the greens, you now can choose the club. So 189 downwind, let's take 10 yards off. 179. So I need my 179 club. So I'm going to go with 6 iron here. I'm going to need to try and find it. It was this club already out. The one I was saying was dirty. So 179. So I know with this club right now, a nice smooth one can be that number to help me hit the green. Now every time you've got a caddy in your bag, they're constantly working through these scenarios for their player. So hopefully the player has far less to think about when they're actually getting to the ball. So it becomes a real team effort. Now, as I said, it's not realistic for you to do that, but you can follow this process. Let's hit this away. I'm going to tell you an easy way to integrate this into your game. Okay, pick your start line. I'm going to go a little bit left of that flag. Not too left though, because I know the wind's coming down and in this direction. So just 5 yards left. I know it's going to go a little bit further left into the middle for me. Be the number. We are middle of the green. So for many of you right now listening to what I've just said, it may be something where you go, oh my God, I can't think about that. I've just got to make contact with the ball. No matter what level we are, get into this routine. Do it like this. Caddy, now picking your bag up, getting you walking down the fairway, and start you talking. Talk to your playing partner. It actually relaxes you. So maybe play with somebody you like. There's probably always that person at your golf club, right? Okay, so how can you bring that into your game with a little bit of a routine? So, yardage, wind, manage your risk, pick your shot, execute it. So follow that routine, and I can assure you, do that from the tee, do that from the fairway, do that from the rough, even more important. Apply that to every single shot, and you're going to enjoy playing golf because you're going to lower your scores and hit more greens. And obviously, you have them also there to help you read some putts. So, my opinion on this, and hopefully you are the same, that a European Tour caddy would definitely help you lower your scores. So what can you learn from this? Think about your shot just a little bit more to help you lower your scores. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I do hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to hit the subscribe button too.